Here is Kevin McCarthy. You know, like the Republicans are flailing around, looking for anything they can hang their hat on. They attempted to have hearings with Twitter and shadow banning and Facebook and shadow banning. And here is Kevin McCarthy saying that Republicans are getting censored by Google.
You got big concerns about big tech. You know, you represent California district there. You said this about Google. You said claims to be fair, but gave a silent donation, in your words, to a left-wing group to stop President Trump. Works with China and Russia to censor the internet, but canceled a contract with the military. Ignores a Senate hearing. Well, that's true. Empty chair. It's time for Google to answer some question. An invite will be on its way. When do you expect that to be answered?
I expect it to be very soon, because Facebook and Twitter came in, and we found time and again, what has social media been doing? They've been going after conservatives. But think about Google. Their whole motto was, don't do evil. Well, if you don't do evil, it's not...
First off, their whole motto is don't be evil, but it's okay.
Well, if you don't do evil, it's not my words, it's their own executive said they had a silent donation where they tried to help people to help Hillary win the election. Also, what are they doing? They're working with China and Russia to censor individuals on the internet, but they stop working with the U.S. military. Take, for instance, 90% of all searches come through Google. And if you don't make that first page on Google, only 5% ever go to the next. They're controlling the internet in a much different way. And if you were searching the California Republican Party just 2 weeks before the primary, do you know what it said the ideology of the California Republican Party? Not the party of Lincoln or Reagan, Nazism. So I think there's a lot of questions that have to be answered. They've been invited before.
Yeah, some have been warning about this for years. We'll wait and see what you get answers.
Let's Google California Republican Party.
Now, is he...
Well, wait, that's because there was a Nazi candidate.
All over the place.
No, in California specifically. I believe he was running for Senate. And he was the Republican candidate. That is why it will show up in those search results.
The second thing I found on Google was the real reason Google searched labeled the California GOP as Nazis. This is a Wired article. If you Googled the California Republican Party earlier this week, the so-called knowledge panel that's supposed to surface, most relevant results would have told you that the party's primary ideologies are conservatism, market liberalism, and Nazism. But according to a Google spokesperson, the Wikipedia page for the California Party was vandalized so that Nazism was listed as one of its core ideologies. There you go. Well, what are you going to do? And then California GOP House candidate used campaign sign to protect himself from knife attacker, and on and on. It's all about Google listing Nazism as the ideology.
So should Wikipedia censor those people because they accurately reflect what's on the Republican GOP? It seems like he's calling for censorship here of expressing.
Look, here's the point.
About Republicans.
Do something about it. Instead of sitting there whining, use the power of government to make it so that 90% of searches don't go through Google. If you have an antitrust case, do something about it. You go on and whine about it on television. You are the second most powerful member of Congress. Put up some legislation. Republicans own the House and the Senate and the executive branch and the Supreme Court. Legislate. Do some work instead of just getting up there and whining about it. It's unbelievable. We're going to have a hearing about shadow banning.
My audience would be interested in this.
Shadow Benghazi.
What's her face?
Gonna invite Diamond and Silk to talk.
Yeah,
about
have Diamond and Silk. And
Diamond and Silk and Maria Bartiromo.
Yeah, I was thinking Maria Bartiromo. That was so few retweets.
Let's go to the phones calling from an 832 area code. Who's this? Where are you calling from?